Alright, so in this episode, we're gonna be building this miter saw station. Let's go. Alright, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the 2x4s to rough dimensions. I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna pass them through that thickness planer, and getting the big bore of a 2x4 through the planer is gonna be too much. So I'm just cutting it to rough length. In order for me to cut the 2x4s, I'm gonna be using my crosscut sled. I built this probably like 5 years ago, so I need to build a new one. Probably gonna do a video about it. Alright, so now I'm just passing everything through the thickness planer. I'm not going for a specific thickness. I'm just doing it so I can get rid of the rough edge of 2x4, the round edge of a 2x4 as well. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people do it. I've never done it before, but their projects, they turn out pretty good, so I decided to try it this time, see how it turns out. And yes, that is my shop back connected straight to the thickness planer, which, yeah, definitely was a bad idea. Now, definitely excuse the mess. I'm reorganizing my whole shop, and the first thing that I wanted to focus on is the wall where the miter saw is going to be sitting at. So that's why I'm starting there. Once I do that, I'm gonna work on the building a new table, and then I'll organize the rest of the shop. And by shop I mean garage. So the only thing that I have for dust collection system is my shop back, and I don't have a separator, so that caused my shop back to clog. And now I'm just gonna spend the next, I don't know, 5-10 minutes in order to clean it up and get back to work. And yes, I do need a dust collection system badly. As well as a new filter. I think I haven't replaced this thing for about, I don't know, 3 years. So I wanted to show you guys, I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is my cutlass. This is all I'm gonna need to build this miter saw station that I designed on SketchUp. Once I get everything cut to actual length, I'm gonna go and proceed to joining everything together. I'm gonna do that by using Pocket Hole. And yes, I had to drill a lot of pocket holes. I'm not gonna take you through the whole process, but yeah, believe me, it was a lot. For the main body of the miter saw station, I'm going to be using pocket hole screws and wood glue in order to put it together. Now I'm going to be using this 90 degree clamp that I bought in Amazon. I don't know, like 2-3 years ago. It probably cost me like $10. It was a whole pack. I think I lost the other ones, but I'm going to be securing it with a clamp on one side of the 2x4, and then I'm gonna use a smaller one, hopefully, so I can get room in order for me to drive the screws into the 2x4. Once I do that, I'm gonna check it for square, and if I'm happy with what I see, I'm just gonna continue. The whole project is gonna be secured the same way, using that 90 degree clamp and the pocket hole screws. Next, I'm putting together the actual body for the miter saw, where the miter saw is going to sit. I'm not going to be using wood glue because I want to be able to adjust this stand the way that I want it to. The way that I want to. I currently have a 10-inch miter saw, and I need to get a bigger one. It's just not enough for what I do. Once I do, I'm planning on adjusting this if I need to. Alright, so now I am measuring from the height of both sides, making sure that everything is equal height. Once I'm happy with what I see, I'm going to be driving the pocket hole screws. And once again, I'm not using any wood glue on this part of the build. Alright, so now it's time for me to secure the side piece as well. Same deal, no wood glue, pocket holes. Now I'm doing this by screwing one pocket hole screw in, and then making sure the other side is flush as well. And I'm gonna secure the other pocket hole screw on the middle as well. Then I'm gonna go back and keep doing it back and forth just to make sure that everything is nice and plumb. Next, what I'll do is I'll make sure everything is square using one ratchet strap. Now what I'm doing is I am gonna cut the plywood to rough length. I don't need it to be perfect at this point. I'm going to be flushing everything up with my router. And yes, I forgot to mention this is a 1/2-inch plywood, and the only reason why I'm choosing this plywood is to keep the cost down. So now I am using I think it's called a pilot bit, panel pilot bit. And it worked fine. It did what it needed to do, but it wasn't as good as with the flush trim router bit. And yeah, I just need to look for it. You can probably see it now, but there were some burn marks that this caused because I didn't know I was putting too much pressure. In this video, on this next shot, you're gonna see how the actual wood started smoking because I was doing it too hard. Now, you don't really need to use a router in order to make these cuts, but I just thought it was gonna make it a lot easier on me. Now, because of the wall, the router is not going to make it all the way through. So I'm going to use my Japanese pole saw in order to cut all the way through. And it worked better than what I thought it was going to work. Now, I don't know if I said this before, but I don't care if the screws are showing on the top of the bench, the miter saw station. So I'm screwing from top to bottom. If you care or you want to make it different, you can just screw from the bottom. Now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the panels that are going to go on the side of the miter saw station to length using my truck saw. Now I am using these panels because I got them for free through Facebook Marketplace. You could always just use 2x4s. So what I'm going to use now is a round over bit, so I can run over the edges of the plywood just so they're not sharp. And I think this makes it look better, and it gives it a finished feel look. Here you can see the burn marks that I did from doing the router, using the router the wrong way. But I'm fixing that by using a 80-degree paper with my random sander. And now it's time for some cleanup. Now I just had this clear coat laying around, so I decided to use it for this project. You don't really need to do this, but I just thought it was going to give it a better look. And here it is, the finished project. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, especially because I spent like $60 on materials. And yeah, it only took me about 2 to 3 days to build this. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. This was my first video ever made, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. See you in the next one.